status as a legendary figure in the world of football. This Argentine icon not only dazzled on the football pitch with his extraordinary skills, but also rose to become a cultural phenomenon. Maradona's exceptional talents, charismatic presence, and the ups and downs of his life made him more than just an athlete. He became a phenomenon. In this documentary, we will trace the life and career of Maradona to delve deeper into his legendary story. Maradona was born into poverty in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and despite his achievements later in life, he never forgot his background. He used his status to fight for the downtrodden, one of the reasons he was loved by the lower class.
Mis sueños son dos. Mi primer sueño es jugar en el Mundial y el segundo es salir campeón de octava y los que siguen el campeonato.
He made his football debut at Argentinos Juniors in 1976, days before his 16th birthday, making him the youngest player in the Argentine league. It was obvious that he was miles apart from the rest of the players in the league. He was the youngest professional player ever in Argentinian league since 2003, when Kun Agüero broke his record. Although he wasn't a striker, he was the highest goal scorer 5 seasons in a row. In 1979, he won the Junior World Cup as captain of Argentina. It should be mentioned something that not many people know. Argentinos Juniors finished 9th in the league in Diego's first year playing. The next season he reached 5th, and in the 2 following seasons Maradona came close to winning the championship by reaching the 2nd place. It was the first time in the history of Argentinos Juniors where they finished in such a high position. He dominated the Argentine league before joining Barcelona in 1982 for a then world record fee of £5 million. Barca had tried to sign him several times in the past, with no success because the president of Argentina, who was a dictator, saw Maradona as a national treasure and held on to him. At 21, Maradona was already famous across the world for his dazzling skills. In his first season at Barca, he won the Copa del Rey by beating arch-rivals Real the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. He scored a brilliant goal against arch-rivals Real Madrid and was hailed by opposition fans. Despite the ovations he got in Spain, he was unhappy as he got into disputes several times with executives of the club. Maradona requested to leave for Italy. Football in the past was a brutal sport, especially for skillful players. Unlike today, there was little protection for star players, as defenders mostly went for the legs instead of the ball. The Italian Serie A was not only the toughest league in the world, it was the roughest in Europe. A lot of Maradona fans were worried that despite having a life-threatening injury in Spain, he decided to move to Italy, the epicenter of hard-tackling defenders. Before I continue with his time in Italy, let me state that Maradona was the most fouled player across 3 World Cups, with his total from 1986 remaining the highest single figure from 1 World Cup. In Spain '82, he was fouled 36 times despite playing only 4 games. In Mexico '86 and Italia '90, he was fouled 53 and 50 times respectively. Back back to Italy, 80s Calcio was the greatest and toughest league in Europe, and the best players in the world plied their trade there. Maldini, Klinsmann, Roberto Baggio, Michel Platini, Zico, Marco van Basten, Dunga, Baresi, Lothar Matthaus, Alessandro Costacurta, Andreas Brehme, Claudio Gentile, Giuseppe Bergomi, Ruud Gullit, and other greats were in Italy in the 80s. The defenders were not so fast like today's, but they were much stronger and tougher, and they could have easily killed. The meaning of leadership and that important achievement that Maradona took an average team, Napoli, from the bottom and led it on top to the glory against big teams like AC Milan, Inter Milan, Juventus, and Roma, having the support from average players, except the great Brazilian striker Careca. Napoli hadn't any trophy before, but Maradona managed to win 2 league titles, 1 Italian Cup, heavier ball. The dicing of the football boots weren't so flexible. There weren't so many supplements who could help the players, no big variety of personal trainers. Just basic types of training. Goicochea's murdering foul on Maradona would be a crime in today's football era. Goicochea didn't even punished with red card, but just with a yellow one. 5. Maradona's stats aren't so high because he never played as a forward like Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Pelé, but as a playmaker midfielder. Maradona had more than 300 assists in unofficial games, plus his official games and more goals as well, but especially more assists. Maradona played many unofficial with club teams.